And he draws a walk. Meek walks the lean. First and second, nobody out now, and trouble brewing for Van Buren County here in the bottom of the fifth. Pretty good control for Meek so far on the night. Just his first walk issued against with those 3 hits he's given up. Struck out a couple, gave up 2 runs, 10 pitches. He's up to 37 game total. First and second for West Burlington. Squared a bunt. Bunts it foul back to the screen. Does Pryor Bowen. 0-1 to count to him. He's 0 for 2. A strikeout, fly to left. Whereas number 13, sophomore, started in right field, now playing second. 408 for Pryor Bowen on the year. One of their better average hitters. Are asking him to move these guys, it looks like, into scoring position, trailing 6-4. Bottom of the fifth. Warrior defense got to be ready on their rotation. They'll spin, throw to second. Runner back. That throw went from Meek to Leffler. This is Pryor Bowen. 0-1 to count to him. He'll square to bunt. Meek to the plate. Missed high and away. Count even at 1-1 now to the West Burlington batter. Number 13, Pryor Bowen. Runners at first and second. Second is Guillen. First is Thelene. Those are the tying runs out there with nobody out. Meek to the plate. Bunted to the first baseman. Coral's going to take it and go to third, and they won't get anybody. As Caston came off the bag to make the catch.
Up to bat.
Fielder's choice or infield hit? I guess you got to give him... he was trying to sacrifice him over, but nobody was out, so give him an infield hit. Runners at first, second, and third now. Wild pitch. Going to allow 1 run to come home. Here comes Guillen home. Runners advance to second and third. So it's 6-5 Warriors. Second, third, nobody out here for West Burlington in the bottom of the fifth. Meek to the plate, swung on, fly ball, deep left center. McAtee will not make the catch. It's into the gap. 1 run will score. Runner at third will hold. Hayden Figueroa with an RBI double. He ends up at second. Pryor Bowen to third. Scored Brock Thelene on the play
Now batting number 12, Garrett Pence.
to tie it up. So the Figueroa double scores 1 to make it 6-6. Runners at second and third. Lined off of Meek's foot and goes over towards first base. It'll score a run. Meek will hustle, throw it away at first. Figueroa will come home. And Meek got hit in the foot. We'll make sure that he's all right. So Bentz on with an infield hit. Give him 1 RBI. 2 runs will score on the play. And it'll be an error. We'll give him a hit. I don't think they would have got him. Meek threw it away, allowing Figueroa to come home from a third on the E1. So West Burlington now leads it 8-6 after the Bentz infield hit and an error scores 2.
Now batting.
After 16 pitches, the inning has gotten messy for the Warriors. West Burlington has scored 4 on 3 hits. Meek, okay, he's on the mound. Runner at first. That pitch swung on, grounded to Leffler. It takes a bad hop and off of his chest out into the outfield. Another hit, that one for Fletcher Bates. First and second now. Nobody out in the inning.
Up to bat for the Falcons, number 5, Caleb Bush. Bush.
An infield hit for Fletcher Bates. It's the 5th hit of the inning. Here's Caleb Bush. He'll square to bunt. Bunt it foul. Everybody will trot back and we'll do it again. 0-1 to Bush. So a couple batters back. Bent's now 1 for 3 with that RBI single. Fletcher Bates is 1 for 2 with that single reached on in there. He's got a couple of runs scored. He's at first. 0-1 to Bush, who is 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. Meek will throw back towards second. And Bent's back safely. So far in this inning, it's gotten messy for the Warriors. West Burlington has scored 4 on 5 hits with an error on 18 pitches. Warriors had just taken a 6-4 lead, now trail. Ooh, that one bunted, was inside. It hit the bat and came up and hit the batter in the side of the helmet. One plate umpire making sure he's okay, so it's 0-2 to Bush. And the batter asks for time, gets it. Meek's ready. Breaking ball, late swing, fouled off right side. Do it again from 0-2. That pitch swung on, popped up. Behind second, Urach can't get it. Everybody moves up. Do they get the force at second? And they do. He didn't slide either, and their coach is yelling at him.
Now batting number 21, Silas Loza.
So no infield fly called on that as it was hit just behind second. Kind of strange. There was no infield fly called on that. Maybe not ordinary effort used to get it. So give Bush, I guess, a single. Bentz advances to third, first out of the inning. They'll check him at first. He's back safely. It goes 4-6 on the force of Fletcher Bates at second. And here is Silas Lotzow. Strange play. Number 21, a freshman third baseman. He's 1 for 1 with a single and RBI. Also walked outside. First pitch missed to Lotzow. It's 1-0. Another hit, I guess, in the inning. Their 6th. Meek's ready. Inside on a ball. 2-0. They got him picked off at first. The runner at third they got to watch, though. Coral to Leffler. They're checking the runner. Leffler don't touch him. So on the pickoff goes 3-6 of Bush at first. Second out of the inning. Or actually, I guess you could score it 1-3-6. Leffler applies the tag. Second out of the inning. Ben's still at third. 2-0, I believe, to Lotzow. 2-0 the count? The 2-0 on the way. Breaking ball missed in. 3-0. We'll go with that. So 2 outs now. Runner at third. West Burlington has scored 4. Pitch high and away. Lotzow draws a 2-out walk. First and third again.
Now batting for the Falcons, 0-0.
So Meek issues another walk. His second. Struck out 2. He's given up 6 runs on 7 hits. Pitch in the dirt. Simmons keep the runner from first. Will go to second. Lotzow down there on the stolen base. Warriors would not throw down anyways. 1-0 to Begner. West Burlington has batted around. He is 1 for 2 with a single. Pitch is bounced to Coral at first. He'll take it and step on the bag to retire the side. Finally, the inning is over. Begner, the third out of the inning. Guillen will lead off again from West Burlington bats in the bottom of the sixth. Begner retired, 3 unassisted, 27 pitches for Meek. That was his game total coming in. He doubled it. He's up to 54 in a messy bottom of the fifth for the Warriors. After they had just taken a 6-4 lead, they now trail 8-4. West Burlington, let's add this up. They get 4 runs on 6 hits. There was an error. And West Burlington leaves a couple. They've stranded 3 now. The Warriors have stranded 8. So it's 8-4. Or, excuse me, 8-6. West Burlington with a 2-run lead as we go to the top of the 6th. 3-4-5 coming up for the Warriors after this 1-minute break. You're tuned into Warrior Baseball. Streaming live, Tummo Radio YouTube channel on the air at 92.7 KTWA. All made possible through the Tummo Radio Group Sports Network. Back with you in 1 minute.
Are you thinking about or ready to build that home or shop or deck that you've been dreaming about? Come see us at Dowd's Lumber and Home Center in Dowd's, and we will transform your dreams into reality. By using our 3D computer-aided design system, you can see and walk through your dream project. After your project is designed, we can generate a detailed material list to see if it fits within your budget. Contact Mike or Josh at Dowd's Lumber and Home Center to get your project started today. 641-936-7115 or check us out at dowdslumber.com.
Van Buren County Hospital is a proud supporter of Van Buren County Community School District Athletics. The contributions you make to your team, your school, and your community are appreciated and valued by all of us at Van Buren County Hospital. We want to wish you a successful sports season, and we'll be cheering for you every step of the way. Go Warriors! For all of your healthcare needs, Van Buren County Hospital is here for you. Find us online at vbch.org.
We're back with the Van Buren County Warriors on the Atumo Radio Group Sports Network.
And for those of you that were streaming along with us, the stream randomly went down, I guess, lost a signal. So we had to start over, picked up a different stream, just find it in the same place on the Atumo Radio YouTube channel. All right, here we go with Isaac Leffler. In the top of the 6th against Caleb Bush, missed low and away on a breaking ball. The Leffler 1-0. Isaac 0 for 2 with a walk. That one bounced past the catcher, low and outside. Meek off the on-deck spot to retrieve it. 2-0 to Isaac. He's 0 for 2 with a fly out to center. Reached on a fielder's choice. Was also walked. Bush coming to him, a 2-0. High and in. 3-0. Isaac took a strike on the next offering from Bush, 3-1. And he'll line one out to left for a base hit on the 3-1 pitch. Good hitters count, and Leffler, the leadoff man, on for the Warriors. Isaiah Mack. It's Isaiah Meek, the next batter up. Leffler was at 426 coming into play tonight. Meek, 224. He's on the mound. And here comes head coach Dustin Guillen to maybe talk to Caleb Bush. Maybe they're watching his pitch count. He's up to, well, maybe they don't want him to get over 60. Maybe they need him for the rest of the week. Let's check and see where the pitch count's at. Yeah, 65. Well, he's going to need 2 days of rest either way, but if you're over 65, you would need pitch 66, you need 3 days of rest, so maybe they're watching that. We're going to get a pitching change brought to you by Pilot Grove Savings Bank. Warriors get the leadoff man on. Let's see, Bush ends up going... Celine went the first 2 2/3, so Bush goes 1 Well, he's worked in parts of 4 innings. I guess you could call it 2 innings plus, as he got the pickoff without throwing a pitch in the 3rd, and now he's faced 1 batter in the 6th. So we'll call it 2 innings plus. Looks like Fletcher Bates, is that number 7, coming into pitch. That's Levi. There's 2 Fletcher Bates on the team. And that pitching change brought to you by Pilot Grove Savings Bank. We'll get the line on Fletcher Bates. Number 7, senior pitcher, outfielder, pitched in 1 game without a save, no record, or without a start or a save. 1 inning pitch, 10 pitches, 3 at-bats against him, and no average. No hits, no runs, no earned runs, no walks. He's hit a batter, hasn't struck out anybody, a 0.00 ERA, so not a whole lot of pitching on the season for Levi Fletcher Bates. Caleb Bush goes 2+ innings, gives up 5 hits, 3 walks, 2 runs. The first 4 credited against the lean, the last 2 credited against Bush. Had a wild pitch, 53 total pitches. So we'll reset the pitch counter. That one gets by the catcher in the warm-up tosses. Warriors trail 8-6. Been a back-and-forth game. Warriors had the lead, and it was tied. Took the lead again, and then tied. Warriors took the lead again, back and forth. So, a couple of lead changes in this one. Looks like Fletcher Bates is ready. He's a righty, and he's going to face. No changes reported to us. We got to do it on our own. Leffler at first with nobody out. Fletcher Bates to Meek, fouled back into the netting. 0-1. Meek in this game is 2 for 3. Couple singles, couple of runs scored. Also a strikeout. He's on the mound for the Warriors, 224. Warriors down 2-8-6. We're getting late in this one. Top of the 6th. They'll look to fight back here. Fletcher Bates out of the stretch. He's ready. Lifts the left leg. Oh, inside. Meek spun out of the way. Leffler will slide down with a stolen base. So, runner in second now in scoring position with nobody out. One and one to Meek. He pops it up, foul territory. The catcher, Fountain, will make the play. Meek's the first out of the inning on the pop out to the catcher. So now 1 on, 1 out for number 6, Dan Caston, freshman third baseman. Caston in this one, 0 for 2, strikeout reached on an error, scored a run. He's in the spot of Kinnick Millard, who started this game last Tuesday. Millard was 1 for 1 with a single, scored a run. So this spot is 1 for 3 in the order. Caston in there from the right side, 160 for him on the year. Fletcher Bates to him, and it's a called strike 1. Missed high and away on the next offering to Caston from Fletcher Bates. 1 and 1. Fletcher Bates ready. There goes Leffler, fouled off back into the right. 1 and 2 now to Dan Caston. Warrior third baseman tonight. Bush, the second baseman, they throw back. Leffler is back to second safely. Isaac sitting on the bag, asked for time. Bush just holding the ball there. Isaac kind of putting out his hands like, what do you want me to do? I could have sat there all night and he would have been safe, but he finally asked for time, and Bush, I take it that's where he went, I think back to second. Fletcher Bates low and away to Caston, 2-2. I think Bush went back to second. Pryor Bowen, not sure where he went from second. Back to right, maybe. I don't know. Nobody reported any changes to a swing and a miss by Caston. He goes down on strikes. Second out of the inning. First strikeout for Fletcher Bates. That'll bring up number 9, Will Coral, sophomore first baseman tonight. He started this game on the mound last week. Coral is 1 for 3 with a single and RBI. Also reached on a fielder's choice. From the left side, he'll bat. 3:26 into play tonight. Called strike 1 on the first offering to him from Fletcher Bates. 0-1 to Coral. Will's been concentrating on keeping that front foot, not stepping out with it. So let's see if he can put one. Breaking ball lands for a strike. See if he can find some green grass out there. A lot of room in left center. Center fielder shaded towards right with the left-handed batter. Leffler still out there at second. 10 pitches for Fletcher Bates here in the 6th. Coral grounds one to the second baseman. Gloved and thrown over to first. And I think that's Bush to Bentz. Coral's the third out of the inning for 3 on the putout. McKinney will lead off for the Warriors when they bat. Top of the 7th. Let's see. We got to get the in the 6th. Bush had 4 pitches to make his game total 57, and Fletcher Bates gets him out of that inning with 11 game total. So, in the top of the 6th, the Warriors get no runs on a hit. There were no errors by West Burlington. They leave 1 on base. They've stranded 9 now. So it's still 8-6. West Burlington with a 2-run lead as they come to the plate in the bottom of the 6th. When we come back, 9-1-2 in the order for them. We'll take a 60-second break and come on back for more Warrior Baseball. You are tuned into it, streaming live on the Temple Radio YouTube channel on the air, 92.7 KTWA, all made possible through the Temple Radio Group Sports Network. Back with you in 1 minute.
I'm Missouri Seed of Keosauqua. As the hay and pasture seeding season wraps up, it's time to start thinking about summer annuals and cover crops after wheat. When you're looking to improve your farm profit or grazing efficiency, call me, Ryan, at 319-293-3114, because you're not just buying seed, you're gaining a partner committed to quality and exceptional service for farmers. I'm Missouri Seed of Keosauqua, your dedicated seed expert. Let me help you grow your success. That number again is 319-293-3114, or visit us on Facebook at I'm Missouri Seed.
This is Van Buren County Superintendent Jeremy Hissom. Spring sports season, senior awards, start of summer sports, end of year banquets, and graduation have us all full of energy, and there's definitely a buzz in the air. We want to send best wishes to all students who are graduating or moving to another school next year, as well as to any staff member retiring or moving to a new chapter in life. New chapters are always exciting times because you get to choose how they are written. We wish you the best. Here in Van Buren County, we have one goal: be a great school for all kids. Warrior Pride, countywide.
All right, the first pitch, bottom of the 6th to Sawyer Guillen. Ball inside, it's 1-0. He's number 8. Sophomore DH. He's 1 for 2 in this game. He started that rally. Meek coming to him. Inside on that pitch as well, 2-0. He started that rally last inning with a single, scored a run. So he's 1 for 2 with that single and a strikeout back in the bottom of the 3rd. He sends a soft liner to Leffler, who'll catch it on the fly. Guillen retired. On the soft line out to Leffler at short, first out of the inning. Turn the lineup over to number 27, Brock Thelene. Senior started on the mound, went to right field. Not sure where he's playing right now. As West Burlington numbers are just on the back. I don't know, they're really hard to see. They're small on the front. They're dark green on a black jersey. Not really outlined much either. Swung on. Fly ball McKinney. He's back into his left. Eli underneath it, and on 4 pitches, Meek's got a couple of outs as Thelene flies out to McKinney in center. So this inning setting up to be a lot cleaner than that last one, and the Warriors gave up their 6-4 lead. It's now 8-6. West Burlington, last inning, West Burlington with 4 runs on 6 hits, an error, and they left a couple. Pitch a called strike. to Pryor Bowen. 0-1 to count to him. He'll send a fly ball out towards McKinney. Broke back, now coming in hard. He can't make the catch. Maybe a little bit of a misread there. It'll be a single for Bowen, 2-out base runner.
Now batting number 99, Aiden Figueroa.
Ninth hit given up by Meek. Bowen now 2 for 4, a couple of singles and a run scored. So 2-out base runner. 1 on and 2 out for number 99, Aiden Figueroa, third in the order, junior shortstop. He is 1 for 3. First pitch to him is a chopper. Grounder, I should say, to third. Caston has it. He'll throw over to Meek. Warriors get out of it. No problem at all. Figueroa retired. 5-3. That is the third out of the inning. If we need to bat in the 7th, which I hope they will, that means the Warriors will have taken the lead. Bentz in the cleanup spot will lead off for West Burlington. They get no runs on a hit. There were no errors. End up leaving 1 on base. They have stranded 4. The Warriors have stranded 9. Meek gets out of that. After 27 pitches in that last inning, he only needs 7. Get him out of the 6. He's up to a game total of 61. Warriors down to their last at-bat, trailing by 2. We're going to the top of the 7th when we come back after this 60-second break. You're tuned into Warrior Baseball, streaming live, Tumble Radio, YouTube channel on the air, 92.7 KTWA, made possible through the Tumble Radio Group Sports Network. Back with you in 60 seconds for the top of the 7th.
At Smithburg Automotive, driving adventures allow you to explore comfortably, safely, and in every aspect of your summer vacation. Smithburg Automotive in Fairfield. Schedule your vehicle's trip check today. Call 641-472-2454, 641-472-2454.
Smithburg Automotive in Fairfield. Get your trip check scheduled today. Call 641-472-2454. That's 641-472-2454.
Hi, this is Amanda Manning Morris. Farmers and ranchers, we know your work is the backbone of our community. At First Iowa State Bank of Keosauqua, we're proud to offer ag lending solutions tailored to your needs. Whether it's land, equipment, or operational expenses, we've got the tools to help your operation grow. With competitive rates, flexible terms, and local experts who understand agriculture, we're here to support you every step of the way. Partner with a bank that knows the land and stands by its people. First Iowa State Bank, your ag lending partner. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We're back with the Van Buren County Warriors on the Atumo Radio Group Sports Network.
All right, back with you from Community Field here in Burlington, Iowa. First pitch is a called strike. It's 7, 8, and 9 in the order for the Warriors. This is Eli McKinney. It's 0-1 to him, number 11, junior center fielder. He is 1 for 1 with the double, also a couple of walks inside. 1-1 the count to him now. McKinney in there from the left side, 262 for him on the year. Missed away did Fletcher Bates. He's ready. McKinney drills one, fouled on the right field line, evening the count at 2-2. Next pitch, McKinney sends one towards the right center field gap. Nobody going to get it. It's down. McKinney around first using his good speed. It's thrown back into the cutoff man. He'll slide into second with a leadoff double for the Warriors. McKinney's bat staying hot. First hit of the inning. First hit given up by Fletcher Bates. And that's going to bring up number 17, Caden Simmons. Fourth plate appearance in this game, not an official at bat. He's been, well, I'll get it after this pitch. He takes a called strike, 0-1 to Simmons. He's walked twice and been hit by a pitch. Simmons at 4-12 into play tonight. Need a big hit right here. McKinney out there in scoring position with nobody out. Warriors trail 8-6 as we play top of the 7th. Gavin Knoll in the on-deck circle. Fletcher Bates to Simmons. Quickly 0-2 on another called strike. Caden got to put one of those in play. don't really expect McKinney to be going anywhere. You don't want to make the first out at third base over there, down 2. A bouncer by Simmons. Gloved by Bush, thrown over to first. McKinney will move to third on the ground out by Simmons. 4-3, first out of the inning. 1 on and 1 out now for number 4, Gavin Knoll in the 9th spot, the junior right fielder. Blaine Benjamin had the first at bat in this spot in the order. He struck out 0 for 1. Knoll is 0 for 2, a strikeout and an infield fly rule. So this spot in the order 0 for 3. 8 pitches so far in the inning for Fletcher Bates. He's got a game total of 19. McKinney at third. First pitch coming to Knoll. Ripped. Fair! Down the third baseline, inside the bag. They couldn't get it. That's Lotzow over there. And streaking for second to throw back in. Gets past the second baseman as they stretch it. Oh, and he should have went to third. They're tied up at second. But he'll stay right there. That's the tying run here in the top of the 7th. So Gavin Knoll, his first hit of the year. He's off to Schneid. Good job, Gavin. An RBI for him. We'll give him a double. Score McKinney on the play. Coach Dustin Guillen out to talk to Levi Fletcher Bates. Warriors have tallied 1 on a couple of hits here in the inning. 9 pitches so far. Get my scoring summary up to date here. The Gavin Knoll double scores McKinney after he doubled. So 2 doubles scattered around the ground out by Simmons. And it's 8-7 West Burlington. The Warriors have, I don't know if he's making a change here or just a talk strategy. It looks like Fletcher Bates going to stay on the mound, I think. He will. It'll turn the lineup over to the top now to Aiden McEntee. Warriors within 1, 8-7. Knoll out there at second with 1 out for Aiden McEntee, who is 1 for 2 with a single, been hit by a pitch, drew a walk. He scored a run. They'll throw behind. Knoll dives back in. So the tying run out there at second with 1 out. West Burlington leads 8-7. We're in the top of the 7th. Fletcher Bates working out of the stretch with Knoll at second. His lead not very big. Here he comes. Aiden sends one. Going to get down. Back out into right center. It'll move the runner to third with only 1 out. McEntee with a single to right center. First and third now. Third hit of the inning. Fourth hit given up by Fletcher Bates. First and third, 1 out. Warriors have tallied 1 to make it 8-7. Here is number 7, Leo Urach, in the 2 spot in the order, the freshman at second baseman. He's 0 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. A strikeout, a fielder's choice, reached on an error. Will McEntee go? He stays put. Oh, Urach a swing and a miss at a low outside pitch in the dirt. 0-1 to count to him. A fly ball deep enough would tie it here. Of course, a hit. Pass ball, wild pitch. We'll take that run from third any way we can get it. 0-1 to Urach. That one in the dirt. Good stop by the catcher Fountain. It's 1-1. Something about these two teams getting together equals close games because right now, was it 6-5? I think it was 6-5 in the first game that went 8 innings. It's 8-7. So 1-run games here. This one's not over yet, I realize, but it's a tight ball game is what I'm trying to say, the 2 ball games between these two teams this year. Fletcher Bates ready out of the stretch, high. Urach looked at a ball, 2-1. Ten hits for the Warriors, 10 hits for West Burlington. 2 errors for the Warriors, 3 errors for West Burlington. Warriors have stranded 9, West Burlington stranded 4. First and third, 1 out. The pitch popped up. Will it get out of play or be caught? And it did land, I think, in play right where the Warriors go into their dugout. Nobody could get it. So new life for Urach. Count now 2-2. Everybody retreating. Pitcher gave it a look. Catcher gave it a look. First baseman, they're all maybe over there. In the on-deck circle is Isaac Leffler, so unless a double play, Leffler will get a chance to bat here. Stay away from that double play. Couple looks at third. Here comes Fletcher Bates. A ball low. Fountain stopped it. Again, full up, 3-2. So a walk would load him up and bring Leffler to the plate in a good spot for the Warriors. Stay away from the double play. That's all we got to do here. A hit would be better and tie this thing up as runner at third, Gavin Knoll over there after his first hit of the year. Whoa, close pitch, taken for a ball. Urach draws a walk to load him up. He's at first, McAtee second, Knoll at third. First walk. Given up by Fletcher Bates. Here comes Dustin Guillen, head coach again. And he's going to take the ball from Fletcher Bates and bring in the right fielder. Maybe Pryor Bowen. We'll have to see. 16 pitches for Fletcher Bates here in the sixth. He's got a game total of 27. The runners on base are his responsibility. And pitching change brought to you by Pilot Grove Savings Bank. And he's the right fielder going to go, well, I think he's coming in to pitch. He might be going to get rid of his outfielder's glove and get an infielder's glove. Yeah, they are throwing gloves out to people. We'll have to see who goes out to the mound. There's changes all over the place, but like I said, those jersey numbers are really hard to read, even with binoculars. And meeting at the mound right now. Let's take a 60-second break as a new pitcher warms up. We'll set him up when we come back. It's 8-7. West Burlington leads, top of the seventh. There's one out. Warriors got him loaded for Isaac Leffler. When we come back after the 60-second break, you're tuned into Warrior Baseball, streaming live at Tumble Radio YouTube channel, on the air, 92.7 KTWA, made possible through the Tumble Radio Group Sports Network. Back with you for some more, an exciting finish to this one after this 60-second break.
This is Jeremy with Cranston Family Funeral Home. I want to take a moment and say thank you, not for choosing our funeral home, although we're deeply honored when you do, but for showing up for your neighbors, for supporting small businesses, for standing in line at visitations and hugging people you maybe haven't seen in years. That is what makes our communities feel like home. At Cranston Family Funeral Home, we don't believe in flashy promises. We believe in showing up quietly, respectfully, and doing the work that matters when it matters most. So from our family to yours, thank you. We see you, we are grateful for you, and we'll be here when you need us.
I'm Missouri Seed of Keosauqua. As the hay and pasture seeding season wraps up, it's time to start thinking about summer annuals and cover crops after wheat. When you're looking to improve your farm profit or grazing efficiency, call me, Ryan, at 319-293-3114, because you're not just buying seed, you're gaining a partner committed to quality and exceptional service for farmers. I'm Missouri Seed of Keosauqua, your dedicated seed expert. Let me help you grow your success. That number again is 319-293-3114, or visit us on Facebook at I'm Missouri Seed.
We're back with the Van Buren County Warriors on the Atumo Radio Group Sports Network.
All right, Pryor Bowen is coming in to pitch, number 13, a sophomore. Second baseman, outfielder, pitcher. Pitched in 5 games without a start or record. He has a save, 8 1/3 innings pitched, 166 total pitches, 42 official at-bats. Against him, 238 average. He's given up 10 hits, 6 runs, 5 of those earned, 5 walks, 2 hit batters, 8 strikeouts, 4.20 ERA. So Bowen in from right field to pitch. I think Celine, 27, is over in right now again. But too many changes. Nobody reports them to us. Like I said, those numbers really hard to get, hard to tell where all the players are going back out. But the important thing is Isaac Leffler at the plate with the bases loaded. 1 out. Warriors trail 8-7. Bowen to Leffler. Took a look at a ball. 1-0. Leffler 426 into play tonight in this game. He is 1 for 3 with a single. Fly to center, reached on a fielder's choice, also walked. Bowen is ready. Here he comes. Low and outside. No place to put Isaac. 2-0. Back and forth game. Couple of lead changes. Warriors looking to make it another lead change here if they can tie it or take the lead. Isaac looking to rip one somewhere in the gap and let the runners go crazy. Here comes a pitch from Bowen, low and away. Good stop by Fountain. We would take a run on a wild pitch to tie it up or pass ball or a walk. It's 3-0. I would suspect probably a red light here. Make him throw you a strike anyway. Out of the windup, here he comes. And that is a call to strike one, 3-1 now to Leffler. All right, Isaac, now you've seen it. Now you can drive one somewhere. Meek in the on-deck circle for the Warriors. Bases loaded. And the 3-1. Bouncer on the infield, going to get past Figueroa. One run from third, coming in to score. Here comes a runner from second around third. The throw coming home. It can't be handled by the catcher. It scoots away. Warrior runners will move up to second and third. Give Isaac Leffler a single, 2 RBIs, move him to second on the throw. Leo Urach all the way up to third. You can score Gavin Noel and Aiden McAtee on the play, and the Warriors lead it 9-8. Here, still runners at second and third with just one out for Isaiah Meek, the left-handed batter. First pitch to him popped up on the infield. Oh, and it lands in foul territory. Nobody called it. Lands it. Well, we've seen that happen to the Warriors. What? That's not the infield fly. Runners are at second and third. You call interference on Isaiah Meek? That's a terrible. What's he supposed to do? He's running in the baseline. That's not interference. That's not infield fly either. Runners were at second and third already. Andrew Lowry in from first base to talk to the home plate umpire. I do not agree with that at all. Isaiah Meek does not know if that ball's going to land in first foul or fair territory. He's hustling down the line. They say he gets in the way of the first baseman. That's his spot in the baseline. As long as he's in there, he's not interfering with anybody. He gets to hustle the first. Sorry, folks. I'm pretty fired up about that because I don't agree with that call. How can you call the batter out on that? What's he supposed to do? Stand there and wait? That's terrible. Meek's out on runner interference on a ball that lands foul, but he doesn't know that. 2 outs now. And this is Dan Caston. Takes the first pitch strike. 0-1. Caston, 0 for 3. Reached on an air, scored a run. He's in there from the right side, 160 on the year. Bowen coming to him. Fly ball right field. Right fielder there, Thaleen out there, and he'll make the catch to retire Caston, the third out of the inning. If we're playing extras, Will Cora lead off in the 6th spot for Van Buren County if we go to the 8th. But the Warriors get 3. Let's add up the hits here so we make sure we get them right. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there were no errors by West Burlington. Warriors leave a couple on base. So the total's there. 3 runs for them on 4 hits. No errors. They strand 2 to make their total of 11 stranded on the night. 8 pitches for Bowen to get West Burlington out of trouble in the 7th. But the Warriors lead 9-8 after 6.5 are complete. They need 3 outs to get out of here with a win. We'll see if they can do it when we come back after this. Let's do a 30-second break to make sure we don't miss any action. You're tuned in to Warrior Baseball, streaming live at Tumble Radio YouTube channel on the air 92.7 KTWA, all made possible through the Tumble Radio Group Sports Network. Back with you in 30.
Are you thinking about or ready to build that home or shop or deck that you've been dreaming about? Come see us at Dowd's Lumber and Home Center in Dowd's, and we will transform your dreams into reality. By using our 3D computer-aided design system, you can see and walk through your dream project. After your project is designed, we can generate a detailed material list to see if it fits within your budget. Contact Mike or Josh at Dowd's Lumber and Home Center to get your project started today. 641-936-7115 or check us out at dowdslumber.com.
Alrighty, back with you. End result of that inning, Warriors take the lead. Started it down 2-8-6. They score 3 to be up 9-8. Oh, the first pitch hits the leadoff batter, Garrett Benz, in the foot. Man. So one pitch, and they get the tying run on. Hit batter for Meek. And we might be getting some changes here. A courtesy runner or a pinch runner. 6, Austin Fletcher Bates. He is a sophomore, going to pinch run at first base. They'll check him at first. He's back. That pitch, fly ball, center field. McKinney in, and a diving catch to his left. A nice play out there by Eli McKinney. Big out, as he had to come charged, maybe misjudged it a little bit, came charging hard in and to his left, and Fletcher Bates on one pitch flies out to McKinney in center, first out of the inning. That's a big one. Bentz on the night, the leadoff man who got hit by the pitch. He's 1 for 3 with a single. 286 for him. Fletcher Bates, they'll check him at first. He's back safely. Fletcher Bates, after flying to center, he is 1 for 3 with that single, reached on an air, flew to center, also drew a walk, scored a run. Here is Caleb Bush. Meek, the lefty, coming to him. Outer half, called for a strike. 1-1 to count to number 5, Caleb Bush. Started at second, came in to pitch, back to second base. He is 2 for 3, couple of singles, scored a run. Also with a strikeout. Pinch runner over there, stays at first, bunted. Meek off of the mound, it gets past him. He's going to get it, throw down to first. Oh, he throws it away. Runner around first. Backed up, though, by Urach. Infield hit there for Bush, who's 3 for 4 now. He's at first. Runner from pinch runner Austin Fletcher Bates all the way over to third with 1 out. First and third now. 10th hit given up by Meek. First and third. Grounded, fair, down the third base line. Tying run scores off the bat of Lotzow. Give him an RBI single. Second hit in the inning. West Burlington here in the bottom of the 7th. Lotzow single. Bush is at second. Score. Courtesy runner Fletcher Bates on the play to tie this thing at 9. Bo Begner in there. First and second. Hill bunt. Third base side foul. There is 1 out. Warriors need to turn a double play. So the Lotzow single scores 1 to tie this thing at 9. We're in the bottom of the 7th. Runner over to third, taking his time, getting back to second, stretching something out there. That's Bush. He's at second, Lotzow at first. They both singled. Courtesy runner Austin Fletcher, pinch runner Austin Fletcher Bates has scored the run in the inning. A bunt, third base side, in to get it's Caston. He'll go to first. A low throw scoop by Coral. They'll get the out. According to the base ump, looked like he was out to me. Runners move up to second and third. We'll call that a sacrifice bunt, I guess, for Begner. He's out 5-3, second out of the inning, but the runners move up to second and third. Bush to third, Lotzow to second. And Warriors looking to get out of this and go to extras. We're tied at 9. Here's the DH, number 8, Sawyer Guillen, sophomore. 1 for 3. Meek to him. He'll rip one to left. McAtee under it. Aiden will squeeze it for the third out of the inning. Stranding 2. Guillen on one pitch flies to McAtee in left. It'll be the top of the order for West Burlington when they bat in the 8th. A lot of action on just 8 pitches for Meek. 69 game total. So in that bottom of the 7th, West Burlington gets the important run on a couple of hits. There were no errors by the Warriors, and they leave 2. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, a couple left on. That's their 5th and 6th stranded of the night. After 7 are complete, we're tied at 9. We're going to extra innings in this nice broadcast booth tonight. AJ and I are really going to get to enjoy our time. Pryor Bowen looks like he's coming back on the mound for West Burlington. 30-second break, coming back for the top of the 8th. Warriors to the plate, looking to take the lead. After this 30-second break, you're tuned into Warrior Baseball, streaming live at Tumble Radio YouTube channel on the air at 92.7 KTWA, made possible through the Tumble Radio Group Sports Network. Back with you for more baseball after this 30-second break.
Hi, I'm Cody Crane with Crane Concrete Ready Mix. If you're tired of not mattering to the big corporate companies, then call us. When you work with us, you won't be on a waiting list. We can get you concrete when you need it. We are a family-owned business, offer competitive prices, and are easy to work with. We deliver to Davis, Wapello, Van Buren, and Jefferson counties. Work with a company that will take care of you. Call me, Cody Crane, at 641-919-1350.
We're back with the Van Buren County Warriors on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
All right, we're back with you once again from Burlington, Iowa this evening. Community Field, home of the Burlington Bees, member of the Midwest League for a long time, now the Prospect League, a wooden bat collegiate summer league. But the Warriors are in town, taking on the West Burlington Falcons. Something about these two teams playing close games. We're tied at 9, going to the top of the 8th. Here's Will Coral. Bowen, a breaking ball missed on the first offering to him. 1-0. Coral in this game is 1 for 4. An RBI single back in the 5th. 3:26 into play tonight. He steps out, now back in there. Pryor Bowen, the righty. 8 pitches the last innings out of the windup, coming to Will. Missed high and in on a bender. 2-0. Do us good to get the leadoff man on here. Start a rally. Here comes Bowen to Coral. That one a called strike on a fastball, 2-1 to Will. Coral, the line drive to center. Right, almost in his tracks, a little bit to his right. Fletcher Bates out there maybe to make that play. Hard to tell. But an out retired in center field. Will Coral lines the center, first out of the inning. Up next for the Warriors is number 11, Eli McKinney, junior center fielder. First pitch to McKinney is a ball. 1-0. McKinney has 2 for 2. It's 2 doubles, an RBI. He's also walked twice, scored a run. Bowen, breaking ball, check swing by McKinney fooled him. It's 1-1. Bowen looks in to Fountain. McKinney asks for time. Now he's ready, and here he comes. Missed a little bit up and in. 2-1 to Eli. Fourth pitcher of the game used by West Burlington. Breaking ball lands high. 3-1. Thaleen started, then Bush, then Levi Fletcher Bates, now Pryor Bowen. Base is empty, 1 out. We're tied at 9. Top of the 8th. There's a called strike on a fastball. Inner half. Full up 3-2 to Eli now. Eli asks for time. Bowen ready. Breaking ball lands high. McKinney draws a 1-out walk. First walk issued by Bowen. Catcher out. Fountain to talk to Bowen. So the Warriors with a 1-out base runner. Coral led off the inning, fly to center. McKinney with a 1-out walk. He's at first. Here's number 17, Caden Simmons, a junior catcher. He is 0 for 1, a ground out to second. He has 2 walks and been hit by a pitch. He'll bat from the right side. 4-12 for him coming into play tonight. Not quite as many at-bats as everybody else. Bowen out of the stretch, coming to Simmons, high and in on a ball. 1-0. Playing extras tonight in a game that was suspended and resumed here. Started at the field at West Burlington High. Now we're at Community Field. Beautiful setting. Nice night for a summer ball game. Here's Bowen. Breaking ball. Oh, and they say it looked low and outside. They say it crossed the plate. In the zone. 1-1. Thinking McKinney with his speed might be looking to run here and get into scoring position with just 1 out. We'll see if Bowen is thinking the same thing. He's coming to the plate. Another called strike on a bender, outer half. 1-2. To Simmons. Tough count now. Got to be thinking about that breaking ball. I would come inside on a fastball here if I was a pitcher. Let's see what he does. Oh, Simmons lines one to right. Way to battle, Caden. He does push McKinney to second in scoring position with 1 out. Simmons is single. First hit given up by Bowen. First and second. McKinney walked. He's at second. Simmons with a single. Here's number 4, Gavin Knoll, the junior right fielder. He had a double with an RBI down the third base line his last time up. Let's see if he can do it again. First and second for the Warriors with 1 out. We're tied at 9. There's a rip through the hole. Knoll, 2 for 2 in his last 2 at-bats. Yeah, that's the right call. You got to hold him at third, as it would have been out at home. Outfielder out there, Begner, throwing it back in. So they're loaded now. Knoll, back-to-back hits. He's 2 for 7th one here in the 8th. 15 pitches in this inning. He had 8 in the 7th. He's up to a game total of 23. All right, Warriors have him loaded. We're tied at 9 in the top of the 8th for Aiden McAtee, who's 2 for 3. First pitch to him. Oh, it skips by the catcher. By Fountain through his legs. Here comes McKinney to score the lead run for the Warriors. Everybody moves up 90 feet. I'm going to call that a passed ball. Got through the legs of the catcher. It's 10-9, Van Buren County. So here in the top of the 8th, a pass ball scores McKinney from third. Warrior runners 2 in scoring position still with just 1 out. 1-0. A check swing by McKinney for a called McAtee, check swing 1-1. The count to Aiden. He's got a couple of singles. A walk, a hit by a pitch, and a ground out to, good stop by the catcher. Did it hit Aiden? And it did on an inside pitch. He'll trot down to first to load him up again. McEntee to first on a hit by pitch. They're loaded. Score McKinney on that passed ball. Note that in the scorebook. Hit batter by Bowen, his first. He's given up a couple of hits with a walk. And a run. Called strike to the next Warrior batter, Leo Urach. 0-1 to count to him. He's 0 for 3. He reached on an error. Also on a fielder's choice, has a couple of walks. He's got a run scored. First, second, third for the Warriors with 1 out. Pitch to Urach, breaking ball, lands for a strike. 0-2. Out of the stretch, Bowen to Urach, fouled off third base side towards the West Burlington dugout. We'll do it again from 0-2. Warriors lead by 1. 21 pitches for Bowen in this inning, plus the 8 from the 7th. He's got a game total of 29. Infield in for West Burlington, trying to cut down another run. Here he comes. Oh, over the back. How did that not hit him? Urach ducked out of the way, and the catcher caught it over his back as he just kind of bent over at the waist. Wow, 1-2. Simmons at third, Knoll at second, McEntee at first, check swing. They appeal. He did not go. Base umpire says no on help from home plate or the catcher appeal. Either way, it's a ball. 2-2. Urach looking to find a hole somewhere. Infield drawn in. A sharp slapper might have a chance to get through into the outfield somewhere and score 2. Here comes Bowen. High. Bases loaded, walk. RBI. Leo Urach. Everybody moves up. McEntee to second. Urach will be on at first. Knoll to third. Score. Simmons on the play. On the bases loaded walk. Warriors lead 11-9. As Simmons scores on the bases loaded, base on ball. Meeting at the mound again here. Just talking strategy maybe, or I'm not sure how many pitchers he wants to eat up here. He took the ball? Okay, AJ's telling me he took the ball. So we're going to let a new pitcher warm up. 24 pitches for Bowen here in the 8th. He's got a game total of 32, and we'll set up the next hurler. Let's take a 1-minute break and be back with you in 60 seconds for more Warrior Baseball. They lead 11-9 here as playing extras, top of the 8th. Tune in to Warrior Baseball, streaming live, Tumble Radio YouTube channel on the air, 92.7 KTWA, all made possible through the Tumble Radio Group Sports Network. Back with you for the exciting finish of this one after 60-second break.
This is Van Buren County Superintendent Jeremy Hissom. Spring sports season, senior awards, start of summer sports, end of year banquets, and graduation have us all full of energy, and there's definitely a buzz in the air. We want to send best wishes to all students who are graduating or moving to another school next year, as well as to any staff member retiring or moving to a new chapter in life. New chapters are always exciting times because you get to choose how they are written. We wish you the best. Here in Van Buren County, we have one goal: be a great school for all kids. Warrior Pride, countywide.
From backyard barbecues to late getaways, summer is all about making memories. At Pilot Grove Savings Bank, we make it easy to enjoy the season with stress-free banking that fits your lifestyle. Mobile banking on the go? Check. Easy loan options for home upgrades or vacations? Check. Friendly local service you can count on? Always. Make the most of your summer. Bank with Pilot Grove Savings Bank. Visit us at pilotgrovesavingsbank.com or stop by any of our 17 locations. Pilot Grove Savings Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
We're back with the Van Buren County Warriors on the Tumble Radio Group Sports Network.
Back with you from Community Field here in Burlington, Iowa, the home of the Bees. Warriors and West Burlington hooked up in a good one. West Burlington fought back. It was been a game with multiple lead changes, and they tie it in the bottom of the 7th. Here in the top of the 8th, the Warriors have scored a couple to take an 11-9 lead. They got the bases loaded with 1 out. Bo Begner into the game now. Let's see. Tholine started, then Bush was number 2. Fletcher Bates was 3. Bowen was 4. Begner's number 5. 0-0, senior. Outfielder, first baseman, pitcher. Pitched 1 game without a start or a record or a save. 1 inning pitched, 40 total pitches. 10 at-bats against him, a 100 average. Given up 1 hit, 1 run, it's earned. Walked 5, hit 1, struck out 1. 7.00 ERA. And pitching change brought to you by Pilot Grove Savings Bank. Leffler saw the pitching change last inning with Bowen. He's going to see the first time with Begner. Here he comes. Bouncer foul, third base side. 0-1 to Leffler. See what he's done in this game. He is 2 for 4. Couple of singles, couple of RBIs. He's reached on a fielder's choice, flew to center. Also drew a walk. Looking to drive in some more as insurance. Begner, the lefty, coming to Leffler, outside and high. Count even at 1-1. Begner out of the windup with the bases loaded. No, he bounced that one in there in the dirt. Good stop by Fountain. Leffler tells, who's that at third? Noel, to stay put. Scorebook's gotten messy, folks, as I often say. 2-1 to Isaac. I got notations, runs, hits, pitching. They've used 5. We've only used 2, but stuff written down all over the place. We'll see if we can sort it out when this one is done. 2-1 to Leffler. Begner coming to him. Bounced it in there on the outer half. 3-1. No place to put him either. Warriors 2 runs this inning have scored on a pass ball. That's Eli McKinney, and then Simmons on a bases loaded walk. Gavin Noel looking to do the same thing if Leffler can draw a walk. Here comes the 3-1, and it's high and outside. Bases loaded walk for Leffler with an RBI. He'll go to first. Urach to second. Move everybody around. McAtee to third. Score Noel on the bases loaded walk. That's the 3rd run of the inning on just a couple of hits by the Warriors. So Noel scores the 3rd run of the inning on the bases loaded walk. It's 12-9 Warriors. Bases are still loaded for Isaiah Meek with 1 out here. Begner ready out of the windup. He's coming to Meek. Bounce that one in there. Fountain keeps it close enough for everybody to stay put. 1-0. Meek on the night. He was called out on that controversial runner interference. I guess that goes down as an 0 for 1, 0 for 2, 1 for 3, 2 for 4, 2 for 5 with a couple of singles, couple of runs scored for Isaiah the lefty. He's in the cleanup spot, number 14, the senior. Started on the mound. Took a ball high. As control problems the issue for Begner. It's 2-0. Sun is setting. It would still be up, but little clouds rolling in from the west there to give a little of the heat relief. Begner ready. Here he comes to Meek. When he missed outside again, can't find the zone. 3-0. Meek, red light here, I would assume. Don't need a double play. Make the pitcher throw a strike. See if you can tack on another insurance run. We started the inning tied at 9. Warriors have added 3 insurance, or took the lead and added a couple more. It's 12-9, I should say. Low, in the dirt. Another walk. Bases loaded variety. RBI for Meek. He'll go to first. Leffler to second. Urach to third. Score McEntee on the bases loaded walk. It's 13-9 Van Buren with the lead. A pass ball and 3 bases loaded walks have given the Warriors a 13-9 lead. Here is Dan Kasten. Swung on. Fly ball, shallow right fielder coming in. He will make the catch. Runner from third will tag. Here's a throw. Oh, and it's off out of the catcher's glove. They would have had a play. It'll be a sac fly. Runners move up. Score Urach on the play. You can give Dan Kasten a sacrifice fly. He flies out to right. Second out of the inning. Warriors have batted around. Leffler goes to third. Isaiah Meek to second. So that's a sac fly by Caston. Should be 14-9 now. Warriors, as they've tallied 5 here. That pitch swung on. Fly ball right field. Underneath it is Bowen out there. Coral on one pitch. Second at bat in the inning, he flies to right. He's the third out. I'll need more. I need a new page in the scoring book if the Warriors have to bat again. So they get 5 in the top of the 8th. 11 pitches for Begner to get West Burlington out of trouble there in the 8th. Let's count the hits for the Warriors. 1, 2 only. 5 runs on 2 hits. There were no errors, and the Warriors end up leaving a couple on base. So in the 8th, 5 runs, 2 hits, no errors. Warriors strand 2. They've stranded 13 on the night. But the more important thing is they now lead on a pass ball and 4 3 bases loaded walks and a sac fly. They lead it 14-9. As we go, they need 3 outs to get out of here with a win and beat West Burlington twice on the year. We're going to the bottom of the 8th. West Burlington coming to the plate after this 30-second break. You're tuned in to Warrior Baseball, streaming live at Tumble Radio YouTube channel on the air 92.7 KTWA, made possible through the Tumble Radio Group Sports Network. Back with you after this quick 30-second break.
This is Milo Wells with Wells Hometown Drug in Bloomfield. Our goal here is to go above and beyond your expectations for the role that a pharmacy can play in you and your family's health. Since we have opened here, many things have changed. We've added experienced staff, updated our facilities, added clinical services like strep throat test and treat, and free liquid medication flavoring. One thing that has not changed is the vision of providing our patients with access to the best pharmacy services anywhere in the state. We, like many of you, believe Southeast Iowa is an amazing place to live, and we will continue to be committed to improving the lives of our patients.
All right, Meek back on the mound for the Warriors. Leadoff man sends a fly ball to right. Knoll backing up. He's under it, and he will make the play on one pitch. The Warriors get 1 out. Brock Thaleen flies to right. He is 1 for 4 on the night with that double. He's also drawn a walk and scored a couple of runs, but he flies to right for the first out of the inning. Meek started the inning with 69 total pitches. Good pitch count for Isaiah. He's got 1 here in the inning to get it out. Here's number 13, Pryor Bowen from the right side. Thaleen was a left-handed batter. Now the scoreboard's a lot easier to read without that sun glaring off of it. 2-0, 1-1. Missed that first pitch. 1-1 to Bowen. He is 2 for 4. A couple of singles, a run scored. And they're from the right side. Breaking ball reached out, softly popped up. Meek off the mound will make the catch. Bowen pops out to the pitcher. 2 outs in the inning and nobody on. It's looking good for the Warriors. Up next, it's 1, 2, 3 in the order here. First 2 retired. This is number 99, Aiden Figueroa, junior shortstop. He is 1 for 4 with a double and RBI, a run scored. In there from the right side, 391 for Figueroa on the year. Bowen was at 408. Thaleen, 548. Breaking ball over the plate, swooped in there nicely to Figueroa. It's 0-1. Meek looking to go, I guess you'd call it the distance. Ooh, that one lined on the left field line. McEntee over. He's got it! A beautiful running catch along the left field line by Aiden McEntee. That one had double written all over it, but McEntee robs Figueroa. We'll mark that one down with a star, F7, third out of the inning. West Burlington retired 1, 2, 3, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. It's a final now at 7:48. It took, 2 hours and 11 minutes to complete. What's that? Yeah, 2 hours and 11 minutes plus the 36 minutes that we played 6 days ago. So a long time on this ball game, but hey, it's worth coming over here. Beautiful spot to call a game from. The Warriors win it by a score of 14-9, scoring 5 in the 8th. After we were West Burlington tied it in the 7th at 9. They get out of here with another conference win, their third of the year, a 14-9 victory over the West Burlington Falcons. That'll take us to the postgame show brought to you by the Van Buren County Community School District, where they have one goal: be a great school for all kids. Warrior Pride countywide. We'll take a 3-minute break. I know we've got ads, or we got probably enough ads in, but I want to get some more because I'm going to need some time to decipher this one, look at a player of the game, and see what we're going to do about that. We'll look at the totals and summaries, player of the game, all that and more when we come back after this 3-minute break. You're tuned in for the Warrior Baseball postgame show brought to you by the Van Buren County Community School District. You're tuned in to Warrior Baseball, streaming live on the Atummo Radio YouTube channel, on the air, 92.7 KTWA, made possible through the Atummo Radio Group Sports Network. Back with you in 3 minutes.
This is Tim, owner of Slayton Polaris. We have seen a lot of changes since we opened our doors in 1988. One thing that hasn't changed is the way we treat our customers. We still offer the best machines at the best possible prices and strive to treat everyone the way we would want to be treated. This has been our policy since we started the business. If you're looking for the best in off-road vehicles, I'd like to invite you to stop in and meet us at Slayton Polaris, 8 miles south and west of Pulaski.
Iowa Missouri Seed of Keosauqua. As the hay and pasture seeding season wraps up, it's time to start thinking about summer annuals and cover crops after wheat. When you're looking to improve your farm profit or grazing efficiency, call me, Ryan, at 319-293-3114, because you're not just buying seed, you're gaining a partner committed to quality and exceptional service for farmers. Iowa Missouri Seed of Keosauqua, your dedicated seed expert. Let me help you grow your success. That number again is 319-293-3114, or visit us on Facebook at Iowa Missouri Seed.
This is Van Buren County Superintendent Jeremy Hissom. Spring sports season, senior awards, the start of summer sports, end of the year banquets, and graduation have us all full of energy, and there's definitely a buzz in the air. We want to send best wishes to all students who are graduating or moving to another school next year, as well as to any staff member retiring or moving to a new chapter in life. New chapters are always exciting times because you get to choose how they are written. We wish you the best. Here in Van Buren County, we have one goal: be a great school for all kids. Warrior Pride, countywide.
This is Jeremy with Cranston Family Funeral Home. I want to take a moment and say thank you, not for choosing our funeral home, although we're deeply honored when you do, but for showing up for your neighbors, for supporting small businesses, for standing in line at visitations and hugging people you maybe haven't seen in years. That is what makes our communities feel like home. At Cranston Family Funeral Home, we don't believe in flashy promises. We believe in showing up quietly, respectfully, and doing the work that matters when it matters most. So from our family to yours, thank you. We see you, we are grateful for you, and we'll be here when you need us.
Are you thinking about or ready to build that home or shop or deck that you've been dreaming about? Come see us at Dowd's Lumber and Home Center in Dowd's, and we will transform your dreams into reality. By using our 3D computer-aided design system, you can see and walk through your dream project. After your project is designed, we can generate a detailed material list to see if it fits within your budget. Contact Mike or Josh at Dowd's Lumber and Home Center to get your project started today. 641-936-7115, or check us out at dowdslumber.com.
At Smithburg Automotive, driving adventures allow you to explore comfortably, safely, and in every aspect of your summer vacation. Smithburg Automotive in Fairfield, schedule your vehicle's trip check today. Call 641-472-2454, 641-472-2454.
Smithburg Automotive in Fairfield. Get your trip check scheduled today. Call 641-472-2454. That's 641-472-2454. We're back with the Van Buren County Warriors on the Atummo Radio Group Sports Network.
All right, we're back with you here from Community Field in Burlington, Iowa, home of the Burlington Bees, members of the Midwest League and then the Prospect League, Summer Wooden Bat Collegiate League, where here we just witnessed the Van Buren County Warriors get a 14-9 win over the West Burlington Falcons in Southeast Iowa Super Conference South Division baseball action here this evening. In a back-and-forth game, a few lead changes. Warriors finally put 5 up in the top of the 8th to break a 9-9 tie, and West Burlington goes 1-2-3 on a beautiful catch by Aiden McAtee off the bat of Aiden Figueroa to end the game, and they get out of here with a 14-9 win, their third conference win of the year. Winning pitcher will be Isaiah Meek. He went, Will Coral started this game about a week ago. He went an inning and a third. Meek goes 6 2/3, scattering, 11 hits, walked 2, struck out 2. 4 strikeouts in the game by Warrior pitching. Coral had 2 last Tuesday. Those brought to you by Dowd's Quick Stop. Meek gives up, 7 runs. Coral gave up 2. That's the total of 9 for West Burlington. Meek hit a batter, but he did all that just on 69 game total pitches. So a good job there by Isaiah Meek. Let's get the time of the game for you. 2 hours and 11 minutes tonight, plus the 36 minutes last Tuesday. 2 hours and 47 minutes under a heat advisory here tonight after storms postponed it till tonight. That was the total time of the game, 2 hours, 47 minutes. The totals, Van Buren County, 14 runs on 13 hits, 2 errors. They leave 13. They've been leaving a lot of runners on this year. They're doing one half of that equation really well, getting runners on base. Sometimes the runners, or hits with runners in scoring position, not so well, but they did enough of it. Tonight, didn't really have an RBI on a hit in that last inning, a pass ball. 3 bases loaded walks and then a sac fly leads to those 5 runs. So that was enough to get them a 14-9 win. That's 14 runs, 13 hits, 2 errors, 13 left for the Warriors. 9 runs, 12 hits, 3 errors, 6 left for West Burlington. Winning pitcher Meek, losing pitcher Bowen. Time of the game 2 hours, 47 minutes. And I'm going to try to go through this. I don't know if we have interviewees coming up tonight or not. We will see. I told them where we were going to be. I think they're coming. Let's go through the scoring summary first. This goes all the way back to last week. Top of the first, Leffler grounder scores McEntee with an E on the E2. Was 1-0 Warriors. Bottom of the first, Figueroa chopper scores Talene. We were tied at 1. Top of the second, this is when Millard was here last week. Millard scores on a pass ball to make it 2-1 Van Buren. Bottom of the second, Bo Begner bunt. Sacrifice bunt scores Fletcher Bates. We were tied at 2. Then 2 tonight. Top of the third in a continued game. 2 Thaleen Bucks score Urach and Meek to make it 4-2 Warriors. Bottom of the fourth, a Lotzow RBI single scores 1 to make it 4-3 Van Buren. Begner infield hit scored another. We were tied at 4 after 4. Top of the fifth, Warriors back on top. Coral an infield hit scores 1 to make it 5-4 Warriors. A McKinney double scored 1 to make it 6-4. We were that way until the bottom of the fifth when a wild pitch scored 1 to make it 6-5 Van Buren. Then a Figueroa double scored 1 to tie things at 6. A Bent's infield hit with an E1 scored 2, and West Burlington took the lead 8-6 as we were getting late in this one. But the top of the seventh, the Warriors answer back. Gavin Knoll double scores Eli McKinney to make it 8-7 West Burlington. A Leffler single scored 2 to give the Warriors the lead at... you got to go up the steps and around on the stairway, over in the corner, past the press box. I'm just talking to head coach Shane Bagley about how to get up in here. A little bit tricky at the stadium. We do have some people to interview coming up on the way. So a Leffler single scored 2 to make it 9-8 Van Buren County in the top of the seventh. But they did allow 1 in the bottom of the seventh. A Lotzow single scored 1 to tie things at 9. But the Warriors in the top of the eighth, pass ball scored Eli McKinney to give them the lead at 10-9. 3 consecutive bases loaded walks to Simmons, Knoll, and McAtee give the Warriors a 13-9 lead, and then a cast and sack fly was the way the scoring ended to make it 14-9, and that's how we finished up here tonight. Let's see who we got. Yeah, all right. We got head coach Shane Bagley and Gavin Knoll. We'll get him a headset and some volume. And we'll do our interviews right up here from a nice place to call a game here at Community Field. Bring your headset down, Gavin, so you can talk. You guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, what about this setting? Pretty nice place to call a game. And even better to call a Warrior victory.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So we've got head coach Shane Bagley and the star right fielder tonight, Gavin Knoll, with an excellent job in a suspended game that we continued tonight from a different venue, but it was well worth it. A back-and-forth ball game, guys, that you had to fight for and earn. Some lead changes going back and forth, but your guys hung with it. Coach, I guess we'll start with you. I mean, I wanted to start with Isaiah Meek. Probably get an honor, but this guy probably right here going to be my player of the game with his first couple of hits back-to-back and an RBI. Really doing a great job at the bottom of the lineup, playing some good defense in right field. But let's talk about Isaiah first. A good job on the mound for you. He goes 6 2/3 after Coral started it last week on just 69 game total pitches. He was pretty efficient other than that fifth, I guess, where they got to you a little bit with 27 pitches. We had a total of 1, 10, 7, and 8 to get you guys through some innings. He also had 2 hits. while he was pitching, scored a couple of runs in this one. Just talk about the effort by Isaiah, one of your senior leaders, helping you guys get the victory tonight.
Man, I think we owe Isaiah a steak. I mean, we all know we have no pitching left, and, me and Bryson and Andrew are down there like, who are we going to in relief? And it's like, I don't know if anybody's available today.
Sure.
So we're going through pitch.
Yeah, a new week, but you got to look at when somebody pitched last. Just because it flips over doesn't mean they're ready to go.
And Isaiah, he told me, he's a dog. He told me in between innings, he said, I got it. Just let me roll. And I just couldn't say anything more about him. But what a special kid out there tonight. Played great.
Yeah, and let's talk about the bottom portion of the lineup, Gavin, which you're part of. Blaine, he started this game in right field over a week ago, but his duties are with the National Guard now, so we thank him for that. So Coach puts you in there tonight. You go 2 for 4. A double, a single, an RBI. You scored 2 runs, helping that bottom part of the order really get you guys going there in the bottom or top half of the 8th. When we entered that inning tied at 9, you scored 5. 3 of those runs coming from the bottom half of the order. You guys got on base. You scored on a pass ball, 3 consecutive bases loaded walks, and a Dan Caston sac fly. So just talk about that. I know that you've been putting in the work. You're just not getting rewarded at the plate. But tonight, things broke loose for you. Those last 2 at-bats were really good. Good contact. You got a double and a single. What did you see maybe from their pitcher? You maybe got one of those off of Bowen, the last one off of Begner. Anything special that you saw from those guys, or are you just sticking with your consistent approach, knowing that things would turn around from you, Gavin?
I didn't really see much. I just started trusting myself more, and I'm actually taking cuts. I used to not bat very good just because I just watched the pitches. So now I'm starting to trust myself, knowing I can make contact.
Yeah, you made a nice play out there on defense, too, on a fly ball. That was really important there. Yes. Maybe you talked to Blaine about right field defense before he left at all? He was playing some good defense out there. Coach throws you out there, and you continue it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah? Did he give you any pointers or anything? Or
not much. Just said just continue going.
Sure, just keep playing. Yeah, well, I mentioned when you were in there that this is the first chance I really had to talk to you, so it's a pleasure. I've watched you run with Bryce, my son, on the track and field team, and you do a great job there. So it's nice to talk to you in another sport, one you're really starting to excel at here. Just that bottom of the lineup, Eli, Caden, and you scored those 3 runs to give your team the lead in a tough ball game. Coach, maybe just talk about their approaches down there. Knowing that you just needed 1 to take the lead, but those guys, the last 3 in the lineup score, and then the top 2. I mean, that's just a great effort, good approach by your guys, knowing what they needed. They made those pitchers throw strikes they couldn't, and no need to swing at bad pitches, and they didn't.
Yeah, I mean, to start with Gavin here, I mean, we play over there, Moravia, on Saturday, and if they got a left fielder that's not playing Rover, Gavin probably gets his first hit.
Sure.
We see it's coming, and
yeah.
The at-bats are looking better, and I don't know, Gavin might want to answer this more than me, but I think Gavin probably thrives a little bit more with a faster velocity pitcher.
Yeah.
So, seeing, they make the changes, you see a guy a little velocity, and I'm like, hey, Noel's got this guy's number probably, and I think after you get the first one, I think the confidence comes back, and, he gets back up there and has a chance to do it again, and he does. And, and the other guys down there, those guys were throwing hard, but we had a great approach. Hey, if you can throw as hard as you want, but if it's not a strike, we're not going to swing at it. And, the bottom of the lineup really came through for us tonight. They really did.
Yeah, 2 hits from a couple of guys at the top, too, there. McAtee, Leffler, and Meek with his job on the mound. Great job there. But Gavin Knoll rounding that lineup off, making it seem longer against their pitchers. Gavin's got a couple of hits at the bottom and sprinkle in, 1, 2, 3, 4 guys with a hit in the middle. Yep. That's just a great job production-wise by your lineup all the way around.
Yeah, that's what we're aiming to do, like we talked about it 100 times already,
sure.
That you got to have it all over through the lineup, right?
Yeah.
You can't just have it stacked at the top and nothing in the middle or bottom, and we're just trying to figure that out still every day, and, tonight it worked out. I mean, we were hitting all the way through the lineup tonight, so it's just good to see.
And, so often we've talked about it throughout the course of the year. I mean, tonight you strand another 13. So the 2-part equation between getting guys on and then driving them home, it's a 2-part equation, right?
It is.
You scored 14, but those ones in the last inning were on the good eyes by your guys, so you didn't need the hits. But you got to be thinking about that too.
Yeah.
Guys with runners in scoring position. I mean, Gavin had 2 hits there his last time up, but a lot of those runs, a pass ball, which you always take advantage of, the 3 bases loaded walks, which also means your guys are seeing the ball well and not swinging at bad pitches. So they didn't take a bad opportunity and try to get too aggressive and drive in a run on a pitch that they couldn't really do anything with. They made the pitcher come to them. So that's a double-edged sword, right? You want to see hits with runners in scoring position, but if it's not there and you're ahead in the count, you'd like to see your guys be patient, and they did.
Sure, yeah. I mean, perfect. You just described it perfectly.
Yeah. So we got a busy week. It's a really busy week. They went through 5 pitchers, I think, and he was probably struggling on his side of the thing as to where they were going to go. You know, it probably seemed like every time you went up there, you were facing somebody new. And I commented on it because Isaac saw a brand new pitcher there, you know, in his last 2 at bats. So you, Isaiah, and the guys, they were really able to probably help your pitching out because we got a game every night of the week.
Yeah.
You didn't have to go deep. You know, break into your bullpen, I guess, if you want to call it. Will started it last week. Meek, the only pitcher you used tonight. So that's a huge, huge thing as we go into Burlington, Notre Dame tomorrow night, back at home for Central Lee and Danville Wednesday, Thursday, over to New London.
Yep. That's
got to be huge for you and your staff as you think about how you set up the rest of the week now, knowing that you had to use somebody tonight, right? And it was just one pitcher. So Isaiah will probably return to his first base spot and play good for you over there. The rest of your pitchers are at a fresh pitch count, which is great for you setting up the rest of the week. Talk about that a little bit.
I'm serious. Like, when we were out there, I'm like, if we have to go to somebody who isn't, and we start crunching numbers, and I'm like, I think Isaac Leffler's the only pitcher available. I honestly think he was. And we start counting. I mean, of course, Will Quarles available, but that's my plan for tomorrow.
Well, sure, you got to have his.
So it's like you can't just pitch yourself out of that too. So I think we'll get some relief tomorrow. Get some guys back, that are available.
Yeah.
And, what Isaiah did tonight, we just can't say enough about.
No, that was really good. And I give the player of the game. Brought to you by Wells Hometown Drug to Gavin Knoll tonight. Congratulations.
Thanks, sir.
Yeah, no problem. Great job there in the last 2 at-bats. You scored a couple of runs, made a nice play in right field. I'm sure with Benjamin doing his thing with the National Guard. Our coach will be looking for more of that as we continue this last busy week of baseball. We got a game against Davis County then next week, and we're prepping for tournament play. So, Gavin, take that momentum and build on it this week. We'll be looking for more good things from you as the rest of the season progresses. Thank you, guys. As always, for coming up here and talking to us in the Warrior Baseball postgame show, sponsored by the Van Buren County Community School District, where they have one goal: be a great school for all kids. Warrior Pride, countywide. Congratulations to both of you. Thanks for the time on a 14-9 conference win tonight over the West Burlington Falcons. That's right fielder Gavin Knoll, bat coming alive. Keep a lookout, folks. And head coach Shane Begley, nice enough to stop by, give us some time, and talk to us in the postgame show. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Shane.
All right. All right, folks, that's Gavin Knoll and head coach Shane Begley. We'll take one more 1-minute break, come on back, and wrap it up for you here one final time. Good job, Gavin. In the Warrior Baseball postgame show, sponsored by the Van Buren County Community School District. They have one goal. They are a great school for all kids. Warrior Pride, countywide. Back with you in 60 seconds to wrap this up one final time from Community Field here in Burlington, Iowa. Warriors get a 14-9 win here in extras. Both games between these two teams this year happen to go 8 innings. We'll take wins on both of them and look to get more the rest of this week. Back with you in 60 seconds for the final wrap-up. You're tuned into Warrior Baseball. Streaming live, Atomo Radio YouTube channel on the air, 92.7 KTWA, all made possible through the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network. Back with you for a final time after a 60-second break.
Tiffany here. The best things in life are a nice spring day, a tasty treat, and a great deal. That's right, a great deal. So why not swing by Dowd's Quick Stop? Savor our barbecue chicken pizza or classic cheeseburger and fries combo. Craving something sweet? Our ice cream is on and is the best around. Dive into our spring fun with our specialty pizza starting at $17.99. Visit us today in Dowd's and follow us on Facebook at Dowd's Quick Stop for more delicious deals. Stop by for a quick taste of spring.
Van Buren County Hospital is a proud supporter of Van Buren County Community School District Athletics. The contributions you make to your team, your school, and your community are appreciated and valued by all of us at Van Buren County Hospital. We want to wish you a successful sports season, and we'll be cheering for you every step of the way. Go Warriors! For all of your healthcare needs, Van Buren County Hospital is here for you. Find us online at vbch.org.
We're back with the Van Buren County Warriors on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
All right, back with you one final time here from Community Field, Burlington, Iowa, home of the Burlington Bees, members of the Midwest League, Prospect League now, Collegiate Woodbat League. Beautiful setting, clouds rolling into our left, sun is hidden behind them, helped to cool things off here a little bit, but it was a hot one. 92 felt like 105 when we started under a heat advisory, but the Warriors, the Bats, and the team get hot, just like the weather, and they win it 14-9 over the West Burlington Falcons tonight. Player of the game, brought to you by Milo and his staff at Wells Hometown Drug. That goes to Mr. Gavin Knoll. He goes on the night 2 for 4, a double, a single, an RBI, 2 runs scored. Getting that average off of 0, a couple of big hits for Gavin in the bottom, helping that bottom half of the lineup score some runs and help the Warriors get out of here with a win. You could give honorable mention, first of all, to Isaiah Meek. He had a couple of hits, goes 6 2/3 on the mound, strong innings, helping Shane Bigley and the staff save pitching for the rest of the week as we got games Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, so you got to watch that. Isaac Leffler also a couple of hits, two singles, a couple of RBIs for Isaac, and pressure on the bases from him as always. I love it. Aiden McAtee, 2 3-runs scored, a couple of hits for him. Honorable mentions all over the lineup and a fine defensive play down the left field line towards the corner to end this one off the bat of Aiden Figueroa. So McAtee had a couple of hits, Leffler with a couple of hits. Meek, his performance on the mound and a couple of hits. Sprinkle those other hits in between. The Warriors had 13 of them tonight, but I'm going to give the player of the game, brought to you by Wells Hometown Drug, to Gavin Knoll. All right. This is the postgame show, and we're going to wrap it up here in a minute. Sponsored by the Van Buren County Community School District, where they have one goal: be a great school for all kids, Warrior Pride, county-wide. I'd like to thank my board operator as we get to our closing stuff, Mr. Connor Davis, back at the studio. He makes this broadcast run smoothly for not only us, but for everybody who's tuned in on YouTube or on the air at 92.7 at KTWA. So a big thank you to Connor back at the studio making this thing run smoothly. I'd like to thank the viewers and the listeners, as I always do here in the postgame show. Hey, if you're listening now to the postgame show sponsored by the Van Buren County Community School District, thanks for doing so. Please make sure you drive safely, and AJ and I, after we get a bite to eat, we'll make sure that we do the same. We'll be back with you tomorrow night at Burlington, Notre Dame. We'll get to that in a minute. But a big thanks to all of our listeners and viewers. You got a couple of ways to join Warrior Baseball throughout the year. We stream live on the Tummo Radio YouTube channel. We're also on the air at your home for today's hits and yesterday's favorites, 92.7 KTWA and a Tummo Radio sports group station. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors, as I always do here in the postgame show. I'll run through them one final time with you and give them the in-game sponsorship if they have one. Iowa, Missouri Seeds of Keosauqua, they sponsor the pregame show. The Van Buren County Community School District, they've got the postgame show. Cranston Family Funeral Home, they sponsor the first pitch. Dowd's Lumber and Home Center has the starting lineups. Smithburg Automotive has all the innings. Tonight it was 1 through 8, if necessary. Dowd's Quick Stop has the strikeouts by the Warrior pitchers. They had 4 of them, I think, in this game. Pilot Grove Savings Bank has the pitching changes. There was a lot of them for West Burlington tonight. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. That's what Pilot Grove Savings Bank sponsors. Van Buren County Hospitals sponsors any home runs hit by the Warrior batters. Still waiting for our first one on the year. Wells Hometown Drug, the player of the game. Crane Concrete Ready Mix sponsors the players and coaches' interviews throughout the course of the year. Head coach Shane Bagley and Gavin Knoll, star right fielder tonight, nice enough to stop by with us and talk in the postgame show. Other sponsors with us this season: First Iowa State Bank, Roto-Rooter of Ottumwa, Slayton Polaris, Tugboat Transportation, and Wasco Hardware. Hey, if you're in the area and need some local business, please make sure you give these sponsors a chance, as they are a huge part of why these broadcasts can be viewed and heard through the Ottumwa Radio YouTube channel and on the air at 92.7 KTWA. You're getting a little bonus JV action about ready to start there if the stream is still up and going, as AJ nods to me that it is. Hey, if you're not currently a sponsor of Van Buren County Warrior Sports and would like to be, you got to go to hold Margie to TummoRadio.com. She would be happy, more than happy, to set you up with an ads package that's to your liking. You can feel good about getting your business name some viewership and heard on the air. You can feel even better about sponsoring Van Buren County Warrior Sports. If you'd like to sponsor Warrior Sports, get a hold of Margie at TummoRadio.com. Totals and finals, one more time for you, as I got to find the right sheet. There it is. The Warriors win it tonight by a score of 14-9. They get 14 runs on 13 hits, 2 errors, 13 left. West Burlington 9 runs on 12 hits, 3 errors. They leave 6. Winning pitcher Meek, losing pitcher Bowen. Time of the game, when you add them all together, 2 hours and 47 minutes, including the 36 minutes that we played in innings 1 and 2 from last Tuesday. It was a hot one here tonight. The records for the teams: West Burlington falls to 7-7. I'll call this a neutral site game, as it wasn't really at their, it was in their home city, but not really their, I guess, home high school park. So maybe a neutral site game, if you want to call it that. They're 1-1. If you want to call it a home game, they're 3-3. In the conference, they'll fall to 3-7. Warriors improve to 8-10 on the year. I'll call this a road game, I guess. I don't think it was really a neutral site. I don't know. Either way, you could go on that. If it's neutral, they're 2-3. If you want to call it a road game, they are 4-3 on the road. In the conference, they will improve to 3-5. Next action for West Burlington is tomorrow, Tuesday, June 24th at Central Lee. A 5:30 first pitch there for the Warriors. We'll be in action over here again. Tuesday, June 24th, we go to Burlington at Notre Dame for a 7:30 p.m. first pitch. Rest of the games, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, will all be after JV. So starting 7 o'clock, 7:10 as a hit goes up the middle for the Warrior JV. They're off to a good start. 7 o'clock, 7:10 airtime for the rest of the games Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday this week. Back to Burlington for Notre Dame tomorrow night. Wednesday, home for Central Lee. Thursday, home for Danville. Friday at New London to wrap up conference schedule on the year. Then we got a game with Davis County at the Ferguson a week from this Wednesday, and then we will be looking ahead. That's assuming no rainouts. We will be looking ahead and a reschedule. We'll be looking ahead to district play Saturday, July 5th. We've got to go back to Moravia. They're the host for seeds 1, 4, 5, and 8. They'll play the 8 seed. 2 games at Moravia on Saturday, July 5th, starting at 5 p.m. We've got the 5 o'clock game against Pekin. If we win that, we'll go back there on July 8th to play the winner of Moravia and Danville. That's how the Warriors schedule shapes up here for the rest of the year. I went over the team records, so let's see. I got through that, talked about our next broadcast. We'll be with you 7 o'clock, 7:10 airtime for a varsity game at Burlington Notre Dame over there at Weingard Field tomorrow evening. So that's going to about do it here for us. On behalf of my cameraman and on-site producer, Mr. A.J. Rowe, my name is Shan Moquin, your play-by-play and radio voice of the Warriors. We're back again for the sports seasons of the 2024-25 school year. We will both wish you a very pleasant rest of your Monday evening and say so long to you from Community Field here in Burlington, Iowa, where the Warriors get a 14-9 win in extra innings. They win 8 innings over the West Burlington Falcons to improve their record to 8-10 on the year. 3-5 in the conference. We'll talk to you next tomorrow night from Weingard Field over there on the other side of town, southeast side, I'll call it, as the Warriors come back to Burlington to take on a good Burlington Notre Dame Nikes team. Until then, you've been tuned in to Warrior Baseball, streaming live on the Atomo Radio YouTube channel. We're on the air. It's your home for today's hits and yesterday's favorites, 92.7 KTWA and Atomo Radio Sports Group station. And from Community Field here in Burlington, Iowa, one final time, I'm going to say good night, Warrior fans.